Greetings, dear ones. How pleased and honored we are to be in your presence today. We honor you for coming to ground in the energies of the group, and of course, when we say group, we mean not only those who are in the room at this time, but also those who will be enjoying this transmission on your internet at a later time. Did you know that through your participation you have created a bridge, an energetic bridge that always exists between our energy and yours? We are available to each and every one of you, whether you are in the room or experiencing this transmission in another way, whenever you may desire to feel it. We encourage you to take advantage of that and to use us as a support for you moving forward. We understand that you are in a challenging energetic time as you are experiencing the falling away of the old and the brand new energies of the new earth as you are in the process of creating it. You are in a series of eclipses, which frequently can be energetically interesting, let us say, for those of the human condition. Your sun is also in a very active phase, and we understand that all of these elements can be challenging to navigate. We are not going to go in depth into these elements right now. There are a great many people in service that are doing a fine job explaining the energetics of your planet. We will simply remind you to stay in a state of surrender and flow, of acceptance and of focused creation. Listen to your bodies. Be the nurturers of yourselves. Honor yourselves and give yourselves what you need to keep your balance, to bloom, to shine, and to navigate with grace and ease. Know that while these energies can be somewhat uncomfortable, they are moving you forward at a rapid rate into all of the things that your hearts desire and wish to experience. We would like to speak to you today about stepping into your mastery because the time is now, dear ones. Many of you have been actively embracing your ascension process for many years now, purging and healing, shifting, assisting, transmuting energies. Many of you, because you were so very aware of the fact that you were part of this pivotal, important, magical ascension process, understood that there were elements that you needed to wait for to occur. Many of you were focused on that soul level, on getting past the pivotal alignments of December 21st, 2012. It was a line in the sand, if you will, between where you had been and where you were going. And because many of you had been waiting for the energies that you are in right now for so very long, you have adopted the habit of waiting as part of the process. So what is happening is many of you are still feeling your mastery as being something that happens later on, something that you must continue to wait to shift into. You see your perfect health as being something that will come down the road. You see living a life of joy as something that you will somehow experience but not being available to you in the now. You see and work on your focused creations, but through your belief system you are also seeing them as something that will magically appear down the path. You are not creating it in your now. You have developed this one-day thinking that was very valid at one point on your journey, but you are continuing it still even though it has no more purpose. So what does that mean to you? What does the time is now truly mean? This can be a challenging statement for many of you who are afraid to step into your authentic power. Many of you have experienced power as being an unpleasant thing. Perhaps you used power inappropriately in some of your other life expressions. Or perhaps you were suppressed by others who lorded power over you. As an enlightening human being, you may have a fear of the ego. You keep yourself small because you think to step into your grandeur, into who you really are, would mean falling headlong into ego. You are far too mindful for that, dear ones. If you were to fall headlong into ego, you would become so uncomfortable it would be impossible for you to stay there at this point. Do you see? It is not an option for you anymore. It does not match who you are energetically. It is not you. You are here on the planet expressing your highest alignment while staying in the body. The ego is not the enemy. It is just not part of your plan. Do you see? You are safe and you are free and you are ready to step into that authentic power. We are seeing a great many human beings who are fully prepared, fully ready to truly step into their authentic power, pause because they are holding on to one-day thinking, or they have a fear of stepping into their authentic power. We would ask you to throw those old habits out today. The time is now. Many of you say, well, Gabriel, I believe that I can create. I believe that. But how do I believe something is now when it's not part of my reality, when I don't see it? This is difficult because you are trying to practice a non-linear creation practice and apply it to linear time. There is a disconnect in your brains, being linear human beings, that doesn't understand how that can happen. In reality, your creations exist beyond time and space. You create them with your imagination and with your focus, and then you anchor them into your reality. How quickly that happens is dependent upon how well you are able to stay in that flow, to ground in that energy, to believe that you are worthy, to know that you can have it now, and allow it to become part of your existence. So many of you have the habit of saying, my money is coming soon, which always keeps it coming soon, but never arriving in the now. A powerful affirmation you may wish to try is, my time for my creation is now. Then allow the universe to figure out how to make that your truth. We wish to give you an analogy that may make this easier for you to understand. Imagine that you are going about your day and you suddenly become aware of the fact that you are hungry. You are not just a little bit hungry. This is not just you thinking that you should eat. You are truly hungry. Your vehicle requires fuel. So, with your awareness, you have identified a need to support your well-being and your comfort. So you ask yourself, well, if I am hungry and I must take time to take care of this, what would I like to have? You ponder and consider all of the different options that are available to you, and because you are being mindful of what you put into your body, you decide you would like to have a salad. You also want it very quickly, so you decide that you are going to go to a restaurant that has very fast service that will give you a healthy salad to sustain yourself and allow you to be comfortable and go about your day in a manner that will support you. You do not sit and think, oh, I am so hungry, I wish the universe would come and plunk a salad in my lap. You identify a need and you move into action. You make it be so. You do not think, what if the restaurant is not there? What if I get lost on the way? Do you see? You simply launch yourself into the action that will bring it into your reality. So you arrive at the restaurant and you go up to the server and you announce what you would like and you pay for it. Now you have fed it energetically. You have stated loudly to the universe, it is my intention to have a salad and I would like to have it now. In reality, when you walk into a restaurant and you announce what you want, they don't hand it to you in that moment, but you are still considering that you are in the act of having it now by feeding it energetically. Do you see? This is an important part. It may not appear to you instantaneously, but you are still energetically stating that you are having it now. You do not walk up to the server and say, I'm hungry, but I don't know what I want, and expect her to deliver something that will be completely satisfying to you. You do not say to her, well, I'm really hungry, and I'd like to have a salad, but I think I'll have it later. Do you see? You state your intention, you energetically feed it, and then you sit down and wait for it to arrive with the complete assurance that it will be so. If you run into someone that you know and they come and see you and ask what you are doing, you don't say, well, I'm hoping to have a salad one day. You say, I'm having lunch. I'm grabbing a bite to eat. You say it in the now. So you are still energetically supporting it and you have no doubt that it is about to happen in your now. Dear ones, you do not sit at the table in angst wondering how on earth it is going to come together behind the scenes. You don't fret over whether there is lettuce and tomatoes. You don't wonder whether people showed up to work or what steps they are going to have to take to put it all together in a package that can come to you. You leave it in the hands of the experts, knowing it is their job, and they have done it many times before. Even if it is happening behind the scenes, even if you can't see or imagine what it looks like back there or how it is going to come together, you trust that it will. You do not decide after 3 minutes that you are not worthy of salad and leave. You do not run up to the server every few minutes reordering salad and paying for it again. You do not call up one of your friends crying that you are not sure that the salad is coming and asking them if they could just go check. Can you consult your cards? Is my salad really coming? You are getting a glimpse of what it feels like to be us. If you can just sit in your knowingness, before you know it, you have the salad in front of you and you can enjoy it and you can give yourself exactly what you need. And by giving thanks to the system that allows you to have your sustenance, you ensure that it will happen time and time and time again because you are staying in that alignment. People ask us why we use food analogies so frequently. We use food because it is something that you all have in common. You all eat. We give you analogies that are simple to understand and easy to apply. It is also such a perfect match because both food and spirituality are your sustenance. Do you see? Dear ones, your time is now. Let go of all these silly games that you play with yourselves and your ego's desire to keep you small. Live, create, dance, love, heal. Express yourselves as the wondrous creators that you are. Have fun. Lead by your glorious example. These are the times that you've been waiting so long to experience. Cherish them. Allow yourselves to have the full experience because there is no reason to have anything other than that. And with that, we will leave you for today. You are loved and honored beyond measure, and it has been our great pleasure.